Do you make a habit of scaring the hell out of people?
It's more of a hobby.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 behind-the-scenes facts about Netflix's Wednesday.
I think contrition might be in order right now, Miss Adams, not hubris.
I'll never apologize for trying to uncover a truth.
For this list, we'll be looking at the kookiest and ookiest tidbits from the set of this spooky Netflix teen show. What's been your favorite part of Wednesday so far? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Jenna Ortega's gory audition.
They couldn't even spring for real pig's blood. It's only paint.
The actress was shooting another movie called X when she auditioned to play Wednesday Addams. She'd just finished filming a rather eventful scene when she hopped onto the Zoom call covered in fake blood and other stage makeup.
I'd rather stick needles in my eyes. I'd probably do that anyway.
Luckily for the actress, Tim Burton famously has a taste for the macabre, so when he saw her, he couldn't help but laugh. Reportedly, Burton reached out to the actress himself as he was very interested in her playing the iconic role, and has since said he, quote, can't imagine any other Wednesday. If you ask us, it sounds like an audition story that would make Wednesday herself very proud. You know, if she cared.
It's nothing personal.
No, it never is with you, is it? I mean, do you even care about anyone or anything at all, Wednesday?
Number 9. Tim Burton Easter eggs. Tim Burton was meant to direct the 1991 The Addams Family movie, but passed since he was filming Batman Returns at the time. Fortunately, the opportunity to revisit the altogether ooky family rolled around once again.
I prefer spooky.
Oh.
Burton's aesthetic is evident throughout the series, but production designer Mark Scruton also added some Easter eggs calling back to the director's previous works. Check out the back wall of the Weathervane Cafe and see how many nods you can spot.
I think the kid behind the counter has clocked me. Yeah.
Here, we'll get you started. That headless horseman gives us real Sleepy Hollow vibes. Also, composer Danny Elfman was supposedly influenced by original cartoonist Charles Addams' drawings and incorporated a harpsichord to connect the series to the 60s television series. Number 8. Why Nevermore's roof looks familiar.
Nevermore is like no other boarding school. It's a magical place.
As one Reddit user pointed out, Wednesday's new school Nevermore and her family's home share a similar aesthetic, and their roofs could almost be mirror images. This reflects Burton's style, which tends to dip into the Gothic and German Expressionism, among other art movements, so it's pretty handy that the Addams Family world lends itself perfectly to the Burton-esque style.
What the hell did you do to my room? Dividing our room equally. Looks like a rainbow vomited on your side.
But apparently this was also a deliberate choice so that the school matched the show's famous look, while a few digital touches gave it a more modern edge. Meanwhile, hardcore Addams Family fans might have also noticed a bear in Principal Weem's office that calls back to one from the Addams home in the original television show.
Did you hear that, my little storm cloud? You're in excellent hands.
Calling pop culture superfans everywhere. Do you love to argue with WatchMojo's top 10 ranks? Introducing WatchMojo's first and very own party game. Bring your superpowers to the table and fight for your pick to be at the top of the list. It's all the fun of the comment section, but in real life.
Number 7. Thora Birch was reportedly meant to play a key role. The actress, who you may know best as Danny Dennison from Hocus Pocus, was originally meant to play Wednesday's dorm mother and resident normie Tamara Novak. She reportedly filmed the bulk of her scenes before abruptly leaving due to a, quote, personal matter.
Oh, stay for supper.
I'm not hungry.
However, based on an interview with Entertainment Tonight, it sounds like there could be more to the story. Rather than recast the role, the writers created a brand new character, Marilyn Thornhill, played by former Wednesday Addams Christina Ricci.
Oh, sorry about the mud.
Wanted to make sure that Wednesday was settling in.
The actress shared that she, quote, was thrilled and really flattered by the offer. You know what they say? Sometimes things have to fall apart to make way for an epic throwback, or something to that effect.
What oleander? One of nature's deadliest.
It also symbolizes destiny and renewal.
Number 6. A nod to Alfred Hitchcock. Burton wasn't the only master of the macabre on the Wednesday set. According to costume designer Colleen Atwood, her inspiration for Nevermore's principal, Larissa Weems, came from a poster of Tippi Hedren in Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds.
Looks like another successful outreach day is upon us.
She approached Gwendolyn Christie with the image and told her, quote, "This is who I think you are." The actress loved it and said, quote, "It's the first time I've ever felt beautiful on screen."
Oh, don't be so modest. You always filled a room with your presence.
She definitely looks stunning, and the fact that she's a walking tribute to one of horror's most iconic movies is a bonus. Getting to emulate Melanie Daniels without the fear of being attacked by killer birds sounds like a pretty awesome experience.
Where you see doom, I see opportunity. Maybe this is a chance to rewrite the wrongs.
Number 5. The symbolism of Nevermore's gargoyles. No Gothic building would be complete without some gargoyles to give us the creeps. But there's more to those who reside around Nevermore than meets the eye. When you first approach the building, the gargoyles hovering over the entrance represent the different cliques at the school.
I'm not interested in participating in tribal adolescent cliches.
Then use it to fuel your obviously bottomless pit of disdain. There are many flavors of outcasts here, but the four main cliques are fangs, furs, stoners, and scales.
But that's not all. Pay close attention to the grotesque statues throughout the film, as their expressions differ based on their angle or the scene's action. Talk about attention to detail. It kind of makes the gargoyles feel like additional characters, don't you think?
Don't worry, Edgar Allan. I see your sanctimonious smirk. But I will get the last laugh.
Also, as Scruton told Variety, the one scene in the quad contained nods to other Burton characters. Did you notice any?
I'm just trying to uncover the truth, and your art seems to have a recurring motif.
Number 4. Jenna Ortega didn't ask Christina Ricci for character notes. It's a huge challenge to bring a well-known character to life and still put a unique spin on her. So you might think that having a former Wednesday on set would be pretty helpful.
You two seemed as thick as thieves.
Ultimately, thieves turn on each other. I've seen it with my own eyes.
However, according to Ortega, she and Ricci didn't share notes since their two characters are, quote, very different people. The actress didn't want to copy her predecessor's performance, while Ricci seemingly wanted to give Ortega the space to make Wednesday her own.
I bet sometimes you wish it was still just the two of you.
Or less.
Although it is worth noting that Ricci's Wednesday was a child, while Ortega's is a teenager, so they were always going to be different to some extent. Still, we love both interpretations equally, and both are undeniable icons.
I'll survive alone. I always have.
Number 3. How Thing Got Around. You're probably thinking, well, that's obvious. It's the 21st century. Clearly, either they were using CGI or it's animatronic. Well, in both cases, you'd be wrong. Because this thing was played by Vitor Dorobantu, who had the famous hand built around his real one.
Did you really think my highly trained olfactory sense wouldn't pick up on the faint whiff of neroli and bergamot in your favorite hand lotion?
Behind-the-scenes photos show the actor in a blue suit crouching, laying, or standing in positions that look less than comfortable. In some shots, you can see him lying across a motorized platform that gives the illusion of the hand walking around.
Hid under tables, crouched behind Jenna Ortega, and even shot scenes underwater to make Thing come to life.
Incidentally, like Christopher Hart, who played Thing in the 90s, Dorobantu is also a magician. You've got to hand it to them. This is excellent casting. And Dorobantu really adds a magic touch.
It's a really hard process because you have to show emotions through a simple hand that doesn't have voice or subtitles.
Number 2. Jenna Ortega learned new skills for the role. Unlike previous Wednesdays, this one's picked up a few more hobbies besides torturing Pugsley.
Want to take a stab at being social? I do like stabbing. The social part, not so much.
Ortega put in the hours to learn her character's favorite pastimes, including lessons in fencing, archery, and canoeing, and she took cello lessons 2 times a week. Also, if you want to learn more about fudge and colonialism in German, she's your gal.
Alla einen nehmen dazu, dass amselige Schüssel vorbereitet der amerikanischen Geschichte auf Fress durchhalten. Übrigens, Fudge wurde erst 258 Jahre später erfunden. Hat jemand Interesse?
Needless to say, the hours she put in paid off as she masters the Rolling Stones Paint It Black beautifully, and her fencing skills are on point. Another way that this Wednesday stands out is that she rarely blinks. Apparently, Ortega filmed one take without blinking, and Burton liked it so much that he decided to make it a character trait.
She's like a silent movie actress in the sense where she's able to convey things without words. And to see the inner life and the subtleties was very exciting.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Georgia Borsha is the shortest live-action Lurch. Some of his predecessors reached heights as tall as 6'9" or 7 feet.
Lurch, the crystal ball, please.
It was filmed in Romania. Various Romanian locations help set the stage, including the small mountainous town of Bușteni. Broke Netflix's record for most hours watched in a week for an English-language TV series. At 341.2 million hours, it surpassed previous record holder Stranger Things Season 4 at 335.01 million hours.
That boy's family was going to file attempted murder charges. How would that have looked on your record?
Terrible. Everyone would know I failed to get the job done.
Emma Myers attended Werewolf Boot Camp. Where do we sign up?
Where it was me and a couple other guys crawling around on the floor, growling at each other. That was weird, I'll never forget that.
Number 1. Jenna Ortega choreographed that dance. In one of the series' most talked about moments, we see Wednesday hit the dance floor to Goo Goo Muck by the Cramps. But did you know that those killer moves were Jenna Ortega's creation? Really, if there was any dance style to personify Wednesday and her kooky family, this is it. The actress took inspiration from various influences, including Bob Fosse, Susie Sue, 80s goths in nightclubs, and more. Eagle-eyed Addams Family fans will even spot nods to the original Wednesday, Lisa Loring's signature move. It almost feels like she channeled the entire Addams ancestry to come up with the perfect moves, and she had to perform the dance soon after contracting COVID.
I'd do it again.
I knew there's a reason I liked you.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.